Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to another episode talking about the Marky Dragon Network. Yes, that is the name, and we have been very hard at work. And in fact, today is my last day of working on the network full-time before launch. And what I mean by that is I have family coming into town. And so it's Thanksgiving holiday coming up here in the United States, and I have family arriving in town. We are doing our soft launch December 1st, and we'll still have family in town December 1st. In fact, I'll be out of town on launch day. How stupendous is that? It's kind of funny because we do have all of our stuff ready to go on paper. We are still waiting for some of the coding and design and everything to get ready to be put together, and it should all be there on launch day. We are going to do a soft launch, and not going to be a huge press and fanfare right at the beginning because, frankly, we know that, accelerating the development this fast, that we're going to end up with a few bugs in our processes, and maybe a few things on the site won't work right on launch day, and so we got to get those bugs worked out, and then we'll do, a big press release after that. Some of the things that we've been working on is we did a complete no-brainer for the network, and came out with really about 20 pages of notes of things that were going to be really important for us to take notice of, to handle and everything. And we boiled that all down into a few things, and that's how we're launching. That's what we're launching with. And we're launching with the core being quality, but that we have a really strong component for education. And I believe that if we provide education for everybody to make their YouTube channels better, that we will in fact be better. And so, it's kind of an interesting conundrum to be in, because a lot of these educational things that we're doing, we are going to provide for everybody, and that is like free for everybody, no matter what network you're in or anything, that anybody can use them. And we've been thinking about that, should we protect that, or, should we, make that just for our partners, or why make it available to everybody? Well, I believe that by making these things available to everybody, that we get participation from people who are outside of the network, and maybe we can learn from them as well, and all of us raise up together. All of us are more educated in the end, and all of us are more successful. So that's what we're going to do. We have we haven't decided on the name yet, but it's going to be something like Marky Dragon Education. It'll be a channel where we are doing educational videos. And so if you're watching this and you have questions about YouTube, or about how to deal with video games in the sense of how do I get the rights, or how do I record, or whatever, do feel free to send me messages here on YouTube, and we are starting to go through those and creating videos and creating guides based upon the questions that you have. Because the questions that you have, like, you probably have one burning question right now about your YouTube channel, and it's maybe something that maybe you could look up the answer for it and find it pretty easy, or maybe it's been something you've been struggling with, and you're not the only one. I'm sure that there are thousands, tens of thousands, maybe even 100,000 other YouTubers that want to know the same thing. So do send us the questions and we will attempt to answer them, and hopefully we can do like a daily video, maybe even 2 a day. We'll see how it works at first. So anyway, so this is just my personal thoughts about the network, the behind the scenes, the transparency and everything. You notice that it's dark out, right? It's like not even 6 o'clock in the morning. I have an amazing day ahead of me of hard work, and I have things scheduled all the way until about 1 or 1:30 in the morning, and like I said, it's not even 6 a.m. So, and today, the day that I'm filming this, is November 22nd. Now, do you guys know what day that is? It's like the day my Xbox One arrives. I won't even have time to set it up. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe I'll find the time. So, continuing on, we identified what we think is the #1 reason why people join a network who are doing gameplay. So specific to video game channels. And that is that it's fear of copyright strikes. And so we've been working really hard on copyright stuff, because I think that in the video game realm that copyright is probably the #1 biggest issue. And I'm a member of this group called YouTube Success, and I was looking at it this morning, and it had a bunch of talk overnight about copyright, about gameplay, about music, and stuff like that, and different members that got content ID claims because of the music that they were using. And there's a lot of video game companies that will do content ID claims as well, and the content ID system on visuals is not as good as it should be. In fact, we get claims even on, I've gotten claims, so many claims. I'm going to show y'all what amount of claims that I get and how insane it is on my channel that is currently not in a network. And it is freaking insane. It is absolutely insane. I have well, in fact, it's this channel right here, my main Marky Dragon channel. And before I add it to the network, I'm going to do kind of a summary of how many claims that I get on average in 30 days, and then after I join the network, what happens, how many claims I get. And we shall see. I can tell you that I'm struggling a lot with the music stuff because I keep getting hit on it, even though I have license for all of my music, but I keep getting these claims in from other license holders, and it's just so insane. It makes me want to not use any music on my videos at all. And in fact, any of you who've been watching my channel know that I've been struggling with not using music on a lot of things. I've been just using this double tap on a lot of my videos that is for my intro and exit. That's just really 2 beats of a drum, and so I don't get tagged on that. But the other stuff, my longer intros and exits, I do, and God, it's frustrating. But I think we've tagged that copyright issues are the #1 thing that gamers run into, and probably the #1 fear is that your YouTube channel will get shut down because you get 3 copyright claims, copyright strikes, or because you get community violations. And community violation is things like posting something that's against the terms of service for YouTube. I don't know, something that's a little too sexy You know, maybe you show a boob in a video or something like that. You know, a little too much skin. You can get a content violation for that. You can get a copyright strike for doing like Nintendo games. You know, you would think that Nintendo would be free and open. They are not. You know, Nintendo gives a lot of copyright strikes, and so that fear is what we're going to try to address. And that comes back to all the education that I mentioned. So we're going to actually start out with a list of known good games and a list of known bad games or game publishers that should be avoided. And you know, the other networks, they say, oh, you know, you can do anything you know want now that you're with us. Well, the fact is that that's not true, and that's why so many people join these networks, for that extra protection. Well, we can give the same damn protection that they can, because but a lot of these other game networks, they say that they're protecting you against all the other games, you know, all those claims that could be made. And the fact of the matter is that by being in a network, your content will be scanned less by the Content ID system, and it will be relied on more so for the staff of the network to review videos and everything, and so you get less challenges. So it makes it seem as though they say that, oh yeah, we're going to protect you from this stuff, and you get less claims because you're in a network. Well, it's not because they have the rights to everything. It's just because of the way the system is set up. And so we aim to take that a whole step further. I mean, sure, you're going to get less claims because you are in our network, but we're going to take that a full step further, and we are working right now on getting rights for our entire network for different game publishers, and we're going right straight to the publishers and saying, hey, let's do this as a whole for the whole network, and give us these rights. And then, you know, they may already have given other people rights, individuals rights or whatnot, but then we'll just be a whole group, and it'll be up to our company to monitor and make sure that the wishes are respected of the game publishers. Some of them have some interesting requirements. So we'll list out each one of those requirements, and we'll have this big gray area of all the games in the middle, which so we'll have the approved games, we'll have this gray area of everything in the middle, and then we'll have the games which you should avoid, or the game companies which you should avoid. And then everything that's in the gray area, we're going to clearly spell out exactly how we believe that you'll be most successful on presenting your gameplay, and, you know, putting it under fair use, under those kinds of terms, which, by the way, means no Let's Plays. I know a lot of you are looking forward to making Let's Plays. Well, Let's Plays do not fall under fair use, and so Let's Plays should be considered on the approved, the safe list is where you should stick to that realm. Otherwise, you could get popped. So, anyway, those are my thoughts for the moment. And do subscribe to my channel here. And of course, if you're just hearing about this network stuff for the first time and you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. It's at markydragon.com for the network. And check us out and consider joining. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.